Futures on the Dow Jones 30 rose by 187 points on the back of a correction in the technology sector. Yesterday, tech shares sank significantly. The US dollar index dropped by 0.1%. The Canadian dollar gave ground to the greenback. The Dow Jones 30 added 187 points or 0.7%, while S&P 500 and NASDAQ indices edged higher by 0.9%. Today, futures managed to advance amid the rise in prices of tech companies' shares in preliminary trading. Optimism in the market was fueled by a strong earnings report from Oracle, the largest software company. Oracle shares are growing by 3.8% in preliminary trading. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft and Netflix securities are also climbing by 1.4% to 2%, pushing the NASDAQ high-tech index up. It seems that today the US stock market has an opportunity to recoup the losses from the previous session, when the NASDAQ index plunged significantly. Traders are also anticipating the US inflation data, which is sure to affect the market sentiment. Analysts expect annual inflation to accelerate to 1.2% in August in comparison to a 1% rise a month earlier. On Friday, the US dollar is trading without any sharp fluctuations against major currencies. The US dollar index has lost 0.1%, declining to 93.28. Today's macroeconomic calendar includes US inflation data for August to be released later. This news is likely to affect the currency's dynamics. Investors expect the core consumer price index to increase by 0.2% compared to the previous month and 1.6% year-on-year. However, these figures are still well below the 2% target level set by the Federal Reserve. The US dollar versus Canadian dollar pair is moving in a slight sideways trend. The quotes are expected to approach the targets of 130.20, 130.32 from the current levels or from 1.3209. If the price consolidates above 1.3267, the pair will most likely go to the levels of 133.39, 133.68. The US market is expected to cap the last trading session of the week with gains as investors have focused on the economic recovery again. Market participants will be watching the US consumer inflation rate for August, hoping to notice any signs of more economic stimulus from the Federal Reserve. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.